called LP tokens, and they can essentially redeem that receipt for the equal amount anytime they want. But if they do this and they provide liquidity to a decentralized exchange, they get rewarded fees. So we have all these big guys providing, 500K here, a million here to these liquidity pools, and they're generating fees. It's like passive income for them. It's cash flow, and that's what a lot of, very wealthy people look for. So when they provide this liquidity to the pool, the entire reserve is half and half. So for example, we have half of the pool here in Uni token and the other half in Ethereum, as you can see right there. And so people think when it comes to, understanding economics in crypto that it's supposed to be supply versus demand, but that's not true. Think about it for a second, right? Supply demand came from the traditional world. And let's say hypothetically you have 1,000 pairs of Jordan. If you drop the supply to 50, obviously the price will increase, right? We have supply versus demand. But in cryptocurrency, if you have a major supply, but the liquidity pool cannot sell, you can't sell all these coins to the liquidity pool, then the supply is not actually that big because you can't sell it, right? If you can't sell it, that means the supply is not there. So this is why I always say liquidity versus demand. And as you can see on the right-hand side here, we have traders, right? And the traders will swap from one token to another. They'll trade like Ethereum to USD. They'll say they're trying to sell their ETH. They'll sell from, Ethereum to USD. The 3% fee will go to the liquidity provider, and they will essentially balance the pool. The pool will automatically get balanced. So the token will be given to the person receives the USDC, there's extra ETH, and then it'll automatically get balanced back to the 50-50 ratio. And again, if you do that too much, you'll destroy the price of the token within that liquidity pool. So again, it's not supply versus demand, it's liquidity versus demand, because if you have a lot of supply and a small amount of liquidity, then really you don't have a lot of supply because you cannot sell it. Number 10. This is crypto. This is not traditional investing. This is not the stock market. These are not retirement accounts. It is high risk, high reward, so you must treat it as so. If you come into this market with a stock market mentality, I promise you will lose a lot of money. But this is also a huge benefit. So what I look for is asymmetrical returns, things that return a lot of money and there's low risk. So for example, if the return of a coin is a 10,000% potential, meaning this coin can go up a lot. That's a lot, right? 10,000% is crazy, but you only have the risk of losing the money you initially put in, which is 100%, right? You can only lose 100% of your money. So if you put $1,000 in, you could only lose that 1,000, but the upside potential is 10,000, 20,000%, right? So a lot of upside, but obviously that comes with high risk. You can lose your entire initial investment. You want to put yourself in an asymmetrical environment like crypto, but you have to treat it like an asymmetrical environment. You don't just go all in on high risk opportunities like this. So risk management and understanding that this market's different from other traditional forms of investing is very important. It's very smart. You need to stop gambling, put less money in the market, only put what you could afford to lose in this market. Number 11, there's two different types of income. There's cash flow and there's the multiplication of money. If you're working at a job, this is what you call cash flow. You have the addition of money in your account every 2 weeks, right? So you have a paycheck coming in, it's adding money to your account. In cryptocurrency, there's the multiplication of money and the money working for you. So for example, in crypto, you can actually get 100x. I've done this multiple times. My initial experience in crypto, I got 127x. I multiply by money by significant amounts. But the problem with this is that people try to live off the multiplication of money. They both have their benefits and misbenefits. With the multiplication of money, you get a large win, huge wins. But the problem is that it's very unpredictable. You cannot live off of that type of income. You can only invest for the future because of the volatility of the market. It's going up and down a lot. You cannot live off of that. But the addition of money you can live off because it's guaranteed that every 2 weeks you get this exact amount. In cryptocurrency, to have an effective strategy, you must, I repeat, you must have the addition of money and the multiplication. You cannot just go full-time crypto without understanding this or having something that's proven to give you that guaranteed consistency, or you will be reaching into your crypto account to pay your bills and you'll be forced to sell at the exact wrong time. Number 12, you have to understand how people get paid if you're going to listen to them. There's an entire industry of people that pay influencers to promote coins, and then they sell. And if you can understand the liquidity dynamic that I just explained to you, again, it's supply versus demand, but you know I don't like supply. I like liquidity versus demand. So there's projects out there that have low liquidity, and what they do is they'll pay an influencer to promote it, or they'll pay even a plethora of influencers. They'll pay like 10 influencers, $5,000 each. That's $50,000, right? Then in the pool, they'll have like $500,000, and they will all promote it. It'll go viral, and then the coin value will skyrocket. And while it's going up, all of the insiders that paid all the influencers will start selling. So you have to understand the credibility of the influence of the person you're looking at, right? Personally, I've never accepted a paid sponsorship for this reason. I believe it sacrifices the integrity of my research, and I won't do it moving forward. I've had a lot of offers. People have offered me a lot of money, like crazy amounts of money, yearly salaries for one video, but I refuse to do it because it is not right. It's not right. It's manipulation at its finest. Number 13, you have to avoid over diversification. What happens in cryptocurrency is people bring, again, the stock investor mindset, the retirement mindset that they've learned from some book in school or something like that, over to cryptocurrency, and they're like, well, if I over diversify, if I buy 10 different coins, I can't lose, right? No, that is completely incorrect. Every single coin in the cryptocurrency market follows Bitcoin and Ethereum. So if you buy 10, 20 coins, they will likely all increase in value at the same time and drop at the same time. Diversification, in my opinion, is when you buy into different asset classes, meaning you put a little bit in crypto, you put a little bit in stocks, you put a little bit in precious metals, you put a little bit in oil. That is completely different industries, and it makes sense in that way. If you put it all just in cryptocurrency, they're all going to go up, they're all going to fall. It's going to be very difficult for you to sell, and it's going to be even worse for you to research the coins. You're probably not actually researching any of these coins if you have 15 to 20 in your portfolio. Which brings me to my next point. 14, people are not researching their coins. They're not. I spend anywhere from 3 to 50 hours dissecting every single coin that I even consider purchasing. Most people look at 1 or 2 YouTube videos, do a little bit of digging, and then put like a large percentage of their net worth into a coin. You have to understand that there's a difference between an amateur and a professional. And depending on how much money you put in the market really determines how serious you should take it. If you're putting 40% of your net worth in the market, you need to be spending 40% of your waking hours researching and understanding this market. And what happens most of the time is people get way too greedy. They put a large percentage of their net worth, and then they're lazy. They're greedy and lazy at the same time, and they never really put in any work at all. Again, let me be clear with you. I own a fund. I manage other people's money for a living in cryptocurrency. And I put anywhere from 30 to 50 hours worth of research per coin before I even take it into consideration of even buying in the first place. So if you have 15 coins, the chances that you actually research all 15 coins are slim to none. You don't have to do 50 hours worth of research, but at least 10 to 15, take it serious. Put in work, make a research report. And this is exactly what we do in our groups. If you go to the pinned comment below, I have a group where I literally look over people's research report. It's not just about get rich quick. I do not believe in getting rich overnight. What I believe in is hard work, dedication, and discipline. So I have a fundamental analysis system that goes over every aspect of a project, and then I show people how to find it and research those aspects. They develop a report, and I actually do giveaways in my group to the best reports. I literally give them money as if I'm paying them as a researcher, because it also benefits me immensely. And the quality of the group is insane. We have a whole bunch of people putting out research reports. It's not just about me, which is another big thing that we have to definitely pay attention to. Number 15, you have to understand that you are in the wild, wild west of finance. Let me say it again. This market is extremely risky. Let me say it one more time. You are investing in a brand new asset class. That being said, it's all about decentralization and being anonymous. And this is a war. And you are by yourself likely if you're in this war. You do not want to be by yourself. You want to surround yourself with other people that can help you, that you trust. This is why I make my communities and groups. It's not just about them learning how to make money. It's more about us all coming together to essentially create value for each other. This is so important. It's one of the most important lessons ever. I've learned my most powerful lessons from other people in cryptocurrency. This is how I've created my strategies of being in this market for 8 years. And for the first 3 years, I was pretty much by myself the entire time and learned nothing. You must get around other people. You must have an accountability partner. You should be talking to other people about your investments. You need to have people that are above you and people that are below you so that you can teach them. You need to learn from a mentor. All of these things are extremely important, and it's wisdom. When I mean it's wisdom, you need someone holding you accountable. If you're by yourself, you're just throwing darts in the dark. You're probably throwing darts in the dark if you don't have anybody else in crypto, and it's very important and wise to get around other people, and you guys can all make it to success. You need help. We are in a war. Number 16, you must have a repeatable, refined system so that you can have predictable and consistent investment trajectory. What that basically means is you got to make profit consistently. You cannot